Welcome to your Daily 5 for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. I was reading a fantastic article over on Polygon, which thankfully has not mimicked the awful redesign of The Verge. So Polygon has become my new go-to site instead of The Verge. And they had a great article titled The Black Action Star Pantheon, which lists a bunch of movies, many of which I'd already seen, but a whole bunch that I hadn't, and a whole bunch that have sequels and connected movies that I haven't seen. And I decided that my first watch off that list is a 1974 film called Three the Hard Way, starring Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly. And the basic setup, I think, is clearly what inspired the Michael J. White parody film Black Dynamite, which is another movie that I absolutely love. So the basic setup is that Brown, Williamson, and Kelly are three men who come together when one of Brown's friends is killed and reveals that there is a plot by a white supremacist group who is, for all intents and purposes, Nazis. I mean, they're basically wearing red armbands. They're not wearing swastikas, but they are basically Nazis and white supremacists. And they're planning to poison the water supply in three major American cities to kill off only black people are only affected by this poison within 3 days. And once the three of them find out, and Jim Brown's girlfriend in the movie is kidnapped, the three of them come together to use their formidable skills to take down the white supremacists. And what follows is roughly 90 minutes of fantastic action. It's great. There's car chases, gunfights, martial arts, big explosions, set pieces, basically anything you'd want out of a 70s action film, and with people who are in their prime. Brown, Williamson, and Kelly are all in their prime at this point, so they're doing a bunch of great stunt work. I mean, I know they're not doing all the stunts, but they're doing a bunch of things. It's just great. There's nothing I didn't like about this. There's great music. Again, the three leads are all fantastic. There is a standout sequence in the middle that I knew nothing about, and it was... I can't wait, because I'm not going to be able to review it this week, because this week my wife and I are doing the Good Place show. But when I talk to Lando again after his move, oh boy, I can't wait to get into the sequence with the three women who show up to torture one of the prisoners that these three guys take, because it's wild, and it's something that I have never seen anything comparable to this in my movie career. Not like this. I mean, I'll get into it, but it is remarkable. I could not believe it. It is fantastic, and it's just one of a whole bunch of things that I love about this movie. I cannot believe, I posted on Twitter the word how 3 times, saying, how could I have never seen this movie before? And now that I've seen it, oh boy, it delivers in every way. I've seen some reviews that talk about the fact that there's some padding and the script. You know what? I'll shove all that aside. It's a blast. You're going to have a great time with it. I mean, it's top to bottom what you would expect out of the film. Look at the poster. You look at the poster that's around for this, and they're generally the same variation on 3 or 4 variations on the same poster. That poster tells you exactly what you're going to get. And it's magnificent beginning to end. At multiple points, my jaw had dropped open. It was everything that I wanted out of a mid-70s action flick, starring 3 prominent black action guys at the top of their prime, in their top physical condition. It's great. And apparently, there is a sequel. Now, apparently there was an indirect sequel where it was the 3 of them together, but in a Western, which I can't remember. The name slipped out of my head just now. But there is an actual, what I believe Fred Williamson said that the actual sequel is called One Down, Two to Go from 1982, I want to say. Well, that's the next thing I'm going to watch, because I want to review these as kind of a double set the next time that Lando and I record. I want to run through both of these films, because from what I read, the sequel is actually, in some ways, considered better. So I'm absolutely going to watch that. This one, I watched it on Amazon, and I think it's on a couple other places. I know the second one is on Plex TV. I didn't look at everywhere it's available, but it's pretty easy to find, at least the first one. The second one, too, looks like it's on ad-supported networks. So do yourself a favor. If you have any kind of taste for action films of, again, the 70s that are wild and different, you've got to see this one if you haven't. I really can't believe I'd never watched this. I mean, watching it now, it's... how did I not see this before now? But again, it's called Three the Hard Way. It's a great movie. Go see it as soon as you can. Later.